Alright, so today we're going to do our first review on the new bike, and we're also going to do the side setting, which we should have probably done right at the beginning, but a bit slack, never got down to it. Your thoughts on the bike, Andrew?
Nice bike, good fun.
Yeah, I have to say all the reviews that are out there that say about the throttle being twitchy at low revs are true, and the rear shock is a little bit cheap, but apart from that, absolutely loving it. So we're going to do the side setting on the original rear shock, and at some point replace it for a slightly better one. So we'll get on with that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the tools that we'll need to do this job is a decent measure. Doesn't have to be one like this, but this is the one that we're going to use. We're going to use a 14mm socket to do the forks up front. And then the toolkit that comes with the bike in here. A couple of spanners, and it comes with a C-spanner and a tool to extend it at the back, and that'll do the rear shock. So if we need to adjust it, that's the tool for that. So to do this side setting, you basically take a measurement from here to here, but we need to get the wheel off the ground, so we're going to use Andrew on the side stand just to lift it up, and we're going to get a measurement with the wheel fully extended. Right, there you go. So with the front wheel lifted, we're getting 120 mil. Brilliant. So that's the setting with the wheel off the ground for the front, and the back's slightly different, but we'll do that now. Okay, so to do the back one, on this bike I'm going to take it from the line on the indicator so I know I'm at the same point each time, and I'm going to use the bottom of this arm, and just don't worry about the dog, well, if you go that way. Yeah, and we're going to lift it up again so we've got the wheel off the ground, and with the wheel off the ground we are getting 490 millimeters. Sorted. Now what I need to do is go and put on all my gear so that I can set it up for myself, and then we can measure it again, but we're going to need an extra person, so we'll call somebody else in to hold the bike up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, I've dressed up in all my biking gear so that it'll be the correct weight. We have an assistant to hold the bike upright, and then Andrew's going to take the weight, or measure it with the weight on. So, right then, to stop it.
Have you got your wallet in your pocket, Col?
No.
Because that'll weigh it down a little bit.
Right, fair enough, we'll just leave it at that. Right, okay, so you got it, John?
Yeah.
No. You got it, John?
Yeah.
You're totally slides. Love it. Perfect timing.
You can edit that, Col.
Oh, yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
This keeps tougher.
I'm looking at 457, 457. Let that go. Eight, 86 on the front.
Okay, because I've had too many full English breakfasts, we need to crank this preload a little bit more. So we're just going to turn it one turn onto there. Like that. It is a bit, what's the best word you could describe that for? It's a bit rubbish really, because it should be two locking nuts, but it will do the job. So we've added a bit of preload onto there, and we'll remeasure it now and see what we get with that on. By doing that, we're probably going to have to mess about with the rebound as well, but we'll look at that in a moment. Okay, so for the rebound, what the manual says is to take it one or completely turn it clockwise until it stops, and then what it says is that the standard setting for the rebound is one full turn anti-clockwise, so that's half a turn, that's a full turn, and we want a little bit more than that, so we're just going to crank it a little bit so it's pointing to around 2 o'clock, and then we'll take it out and see how it feels now. Okay, we haven't needed to adjust the preload on the forks, but on these forks what you've got is 5 lines, and from the factory it comes set at 2.5, and that's given us the correct preload setting that we need. But if you did need to adjust it, it's a 14mm socket or spanner on here, and adjust it according to whatever preload you need. So hopefully you'll find that useful. There's loads of videos on YouTube that probably explain how to set sag setting up better, but I haven't seen one for this bike yet. It's clear that we need a new shock at some point, so when we fit that we'll put that on YouTube as well. Potentially going to change the rear exhaust, potentially going to change the headlight, a few other mods that we can do as we go along, and hopefully you'll come along for the ride and keep on watching and see how we get on. Right, I've just took the bike out, and the modifications we've made to the suspension have made a huge improvement. As it came out of the factory with my weight at about 85 kg, it was trying to buckaroo me, throw me out the back seat. A little bit harder than that as you'd expect, but it has made an improvement. Still think we're going to need to change the back shock, but we'll worry about that at a later date. Definitely worth spending the time, get a couple of mates round, do some measuring. It makes a difference, worthwhile doing. Hope this helps.